In today's video I will show you the best budget magic deck, with which I have a crazy 100% win rate. So magic is the best god in this meta, played from the majority of the people with the highest win rate from all the gods. So you would say that today my mission of find the best budget magic deck would be easy, right? Well, not really, because as you can see every magic meta deck costs hundreds if not thousands of dollars, going from Atlantean to Coronet combo, to control, all of those cost really a lot of money. But I needed to build the best budget magic deck, so I couldn't spend that much. And that's when I got the idea. I saw that arrendeon dropped a lot in price, going from $80 to even reaching less than $20. So I took all the best cheap magic card and built a crazy budget arrendeon deck. And remember to watch until the end of the video, because I will even tell you what you can maybe add for improve even more this deck. And now let's jump right into the list. This is the list. As you can see, 100% win rate, so essentially I won 4 games out of 4, and what is even more impressive is that I kinda felt literally like dominating every of those games. So I think this deck is actually really good. As you can see, the price is $50, so it's actually the highest of my budget deck series, but I felt like if I went lower than this one, it would have really made the deck a lot worse. This is, in my opinion, the best budget magic deck. And if you instead want to go lower on budget, I think the Deception is really a good pick. But how do you actually play this deck? So as you can see, is mostly a card draw mage. As you can see, the majority of cards like WINRATE, Fiery Knowledge, Shadow Scryer, the Layrods, so all those cards are there for push your damage like a card draw magic. But what is different is that now we have arrendeon in this that is really good for finish every control deck. This is why actually this deck is really good versus control, because essentially with arrendeon you will push really a lot of damage in one turn, keeping all your spell and then dumping literally like 50-60 of damage all in one turn. A thing I want to say about arrendeon, guys, is that now is mana surge 9, so you will have to keep your mana pip for proc the mana surge on arrendeon at 8 mana. So essentially you keep at least 1 mana pip, you reach 8 mana, you spend all the mana using even the pip, so essentially 9 mana total, and then arrendeon is mana surged and you can now OTK them in the turn after. That is really important when you face all the other control, because generally versus the other control you don't have to pip for like survive and so on, so you have to keep the pip for mana surge arrendeon. That is generally your win condition against control. While instead versus aggro, this deck play essentially like a normal card draw mage, so you try to draw a lot, try to clear the board with all your spell. Like some really good cards versus aggro, for example, are Lightning Talisman and Shaped Blast, and then you have even a bigger top end than the average aggro like Emberoni, and that will be how you actually will beat every aggro. So you will just survive, draw more, and then place like Emberoni and Bound Flames, and you will just overvalue them. The last 2 cards I want to analyze are Glean, that is super important for draw the Layrods, or even for draw arrendeon versus control. So it's essentially kinda a tech for try to find arrendeon and try to finish them the fastest possible. The last card instead I want to say that is kinda particular is Naitos. I did put this card because essentially make a bit better the matchup versus aggro, while instead this deck, as I said, has a really good matchup already versus control with arrendeon. So I wanted to make better the matchup versus aggro, and this card does that really well. And now guys, let's go to see how to play at the best this deck versus some control and some aggro. Okay, seems like we are versus aggro war. I don't want Pyrrhic because just par my deck. Shade Blast and Talisman are really good. Okay, yeah, we can start Shadow Scryer for sure. Really, probably the only 1 mana drop we have in this deck. Really good. They go with Warmonger, that is pretty sticky, but we for sure keep the ramp, because we already have Emberoni in our hand. So if we can ramp to Emberoni, we almost win just with that versus aggro war. And we even have Talisman for the early game, that is really good versus aggro war. Okay, they go with Imp, they kill Shadow Scryer, all good for me, like they didn't push it anything, and then we go with Talisman. So we are kinda safe for now. Yeah, they are going really wide for play a bit around Talisman, but I don't know, this Talisman, as you can see, is getting really crazy value. Like this will push 9 damage for 3 mana. So I can ramp or I can ping my face. I think I ping my face, so I kill 2 creatures, so I remove 5 damage. And I mean, I can ramp next turn 2 times, so I can Emberoni the turn after if I want. Oh, but they buff a lot these fire spirits, so I for sure have to kill it now with Layrod, because if not we'll push just too much damage. But right now we are in a really good spot, 5 mana, we still have 17 health, and we have Emberoni, ramp in the end, so we are pretty in a good spot. They go with Guild Enforcer, but Epiphany deal perfectly with that, and we even draw a card. Sadly I used my only Pip, but actually I don't really need the Pip versus aggro, because like you don't need a arrendeon. Blade of Sticks was really good for them, but to be honest I think they are just too slow right now. So yeah, we can ramp one time for use Emberoni next turn, and they can even use Tracking Bolt for clear the creature. So most likely if they go wide, the next turn will be Emberoni. And I mean, we will leech a lot, and there is no way they can deal with that. Okay, they go with Vanguard X-Woman and the Guild Enforcer that are... Like, Guild Enforcer is actually really good in this situation because it doesn't get a lot of damage from Emberoni, but still, I think they just can't get back from this situation. They have only 2 cards, we can leech a lot with Emberoni this turn. Oh, actually White Burger is pretty sticky, but yeah, I really don't think they can get back from there. Because yeah, I just ping them, and then I trade, heal for 4, and then I just play even the 5/5, draw later, so we're just... like, we have 8 cards in the end, that's how you win versus the other aggro essentially, you just outvalue them with a lot of draw. I mean, we have only 10 health, but at the same time they have no card in the end and we are full of cards, so yeah, I can just deal with this board now, and there is no way they get back from that. And I mean, even if they could, with just Emberoni another time and heal a lot, so yeah. Yeah, they go Imp, but this is literally like the last hope, and I mean, I can set up arrendeon, even for flex arrendeon even versus aggro, but it's really not needed. At the same time, it gives us probably lethal next turn with his spell boost. Yeah, we can literally just push with the spell boost, and bam, GG. As you guys saw, Talisman was really important in this game. Okay, first game, first win. Okay, now we are in the second game. Seems like we are versus light, so probably an heal light. So we want to find the damage, the draw, the barn, and so on.
I will not fail again.
And that's a pretty solid mulligan, because we can start with Demetrius, then we can draw a lot with the 1/1 that draws 2 cards, and then we can even Layrod, so yeah. You for sure want to start pretty fast in this matchup. And most importantly, guys, you want to keep all your spell, all your damage spell for make a really big turn with arrendeon, and don't waste your spell like Epiphany for just push 6 damage, but you want all to proc on arrendeon mana switcher.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, I have to use Final Draft there though, because if I don't use there I will just mill a lot, because it will just get bigger and bigger. So using this now, I will just mill a card, so I just have to hope this is not arrendeon. And but at least next turn we can go with Layrod 1 mana, so make a pretty fast turn. I mean, Unbound Flames is actually a pretty bad mill because it's 4 damage spell, but at the same time it's 7 mana, so... And I mean, we had to utilize the Demetrius spell sooner or later. Okay, I want... Actually, I have a bit the end a bit full. I want to actually drop one of the Tracking Bolt or some things like that. Oh, we got the ramp. You want for sure to ramp, because in this way you can make faster arrendeon, so they heal less. Like, the faster you get the combo, the better it is, because if not, they will just really out heal you. Like, they can really reach like 90 heal, and then you can't kill them even with arrendeon. Okay, my board is a bit stuck, but I can actually board wipe myself with like Tracking Bolt, so at least I even drop some useless spell. Yeah, they just heal a lot, Surge Light, healing, they're still at 30 and even the shield is really problematic, to be honest, because all those 1 damage creature actually makes nothing. So now I try to just farm some flavor, but yeah, we're not pushing a lot of damage, to be honest. Yeah, I just board wipe myself, to be honest, and so I can even drop a tracking ball that is just filling my hand, and I just want essentially my hand damage spell and a random for make a really big turn. So another tracking ball, just drop those cards, and I think I play even Glean Weaver just for push that 1 damage turn. It's better than nothing, I guess. Oh, I don't want to remove Final Draft because it can help me with like Mythic and so on. They are still at 30 health, like that's really crazy. Okay, I think I go with... no, I don't want to go with Epiphany because I don't want to burn my spell as I said before arrendeon. So let's go with Emberoni. So it's a big body that probably can push like 4 damage each turn, so it's pretty decent. Oh, they kill it, but they use Imperious Might for Emberoni, and it's super good for me because I don't know now how they kill arrendeon, to be honest. We'll see. So other ramp is really good because then we can literally arrendeon when we draw it. At the same time, I want before to draw for search for it. Okay, I think I keep both because Unbound Flames is important, as I said, for damage, and Glean is really important for draw arrendeon. So I just ramp twice there. So next turn I can probably Glean for draw arrendeon, and then the turn after we can go with arrendeon. Yeah, they just continue to heal, like, it's crazy. I pushed a lot of damage and they still have more than 30 health. Yeah, they got even, but Protected is useless because I can just proc it. So let's play Glean, so yeah, we draw arrendeon. And so next turn we will have 2 mana Surge arrendeon, as I said, with the 8 mana and a mana tip for spend 9 mana. And then we can just try to make a really big burst turn that... I don't know though if it will be enough, to be honest, because they have 42 health.
My hand is full.
Okay, so let's go Emberoni, just because we need to spend 9 mana this turn. So Emberoni and probably God Power is enough. Actually, yeah, Safeguard, because in this way I draw 1 card more, so I can have a burn spell more for a random turn. Because I don't think we can kill them with what I have in my hand right now. Because they got even the shield that reduces 1 damage each time, so they have 46 health, it is pretty a lot. Actually now they have, yeah, I don't know guys, 50 health, and they even spent 8 mana, so next turn they can heal for 30. But let's try. Okay, so which spell I want? Okay, this spell actually gives me some damage, so I think we have lethal with these 3 damage more. So we have 10 with WINRATE, 11 with Epiphany. Actually no, 1 less for everything because there is the shield, but we're pushing a lot guys. They were at 50, now they are... Okay, Unbound Flames is 8, Pyrrhic on Epiphany is other 10, so they go to 3 actually, like, it's unlucky, but no, we have the other spell that I delved, so let's go for it. Oh, I have to click on a creature. Okay, so let's kill even my Emberoni, I don't care. Okay. Oh wait. Why didn't make damage? What happened?
Boundaries must be respected.
Oh, the creature has to survive for make the damage to the god. Oh, I trolled the game. Now they can heal for 60 if they have it. And they lose the game because there is no way I have no more attack. Oh, but it seems that they don't have the 60 heal, so 70? Yeah, WINRATE with Pyrrhic does that. Ooh, this was really near. I almost misplayed and lost the game for my misplay, but actually there is so much damage. Like in 2 turns we pushed like 70 damage, that's crazy. Okay, let's go for 2 out of 2 games, by the way. Let's go for another game. We are now versus Atlantean. We are first and we have Shadow Scryer, really good, and even Talisman is really good because Atlantean at the end of the day is essentially an aggro, and we have even Draw and Shaped Blast, so really good mulligan overall. Let's see what they do. Okay, that Scuttle actually is really good because the Shadow Scryer can trade it without dying, and even the ramp is really good because we can ramp into Shaped Blast, and now we have 2 Shaped Blasts, so it's really good. Okay, we can draw a bit. Next turn probably the Talisman because we have 3 mana. The only problem maybe versus Atlantean is just Francesca with the 15-15 God Blitz, so we don't want them to have a lot of board for use that. So let's trample, but as you can see, actually the Talisman is doing already a bit of damage and will really help us a lot, in my opinion, for deal with all those guys. Oh, they have, this for 3 is really, really sticky, but at the same time, as you can see, guys, Talisman is doing his job. We can... I want to kill that guy that gets protected. And actually Demetrius is okay, because we can use Demetrius, the GP, the spell from Demetrius, and clear that. And as I said, that was my main concern for now, so let's go for it.
That about does it.
Oh, this guy that gets ward is pretty problematic, to be honest. At the same time, if they just attack, they just lose both ward. Oh, they go for the 2-1, so the Talisman we get that, but at the same time, I think it's a correct play though, because at least they keep ward. At the same time, we can just now use Shaped Blast, and this is such a good Shaped Blast. We are at 6 mana, and they have only 1 creature, and we have another Shaped Blast in the end, and Bound Flames, so I think we are in a really, really good spot. They have just 3 cards in the end, so... Oh, actually this 3-2 is really good because they can draw with it, and another 4-3 is tricky. But at the same time, I see a perfect Shaped Blast there. I think if we later win the game there. So let's keep Naitos because it's a transformer, it's really good versus Atlantean. But yeah, this Shaped Blast just really break them because like they have no more board and we are at 7 mana. I don't think they can get back from there. I mean, probably the only way is just to keep the things in the end and try to stick like a Francesca turn with the 15 God Blitz, but yeah, they maybe are foreseeing for that Francesca. At the same time, I think they're just too slow because, I mean, I will start to push. I have just a lot more cards. Okay, we can even draw and ramp, so let's go to draw something good. Glean is pretty good for draw layers, at the same time I draw the layers, so I feel lucky. But yeah, we can even go wide with just creature from the Sanctum, so... I picked the creature from the Sanctum, so layer is 1 mana next turn, so it's just better. And yeah, I think this turn I go Layrod and Glean for just to literally just start to push some damage to their face. They are at 25, but we can really push a lot with Layrod's WINRATE and Pyrrhic.
It would appear I'm out of options.
Let's go even Gleam Weaver for have a creature more. Next turn we have another 1 mana Layrod, so it's pretty crazy. And actually we can push just 14 damage from the end because we have 4 from Layrod and 10 from WINRATE and Pyrrhic. So we have 14 from the end and 10 on the board. So we actually have lethal. We can push 24 damage in 1 turn. This is how crazy it is, guys, this deck for the damage. So yeah, just WINRATE, Pyrrhic, and this is our 4th game, 4th win, guys, because I actually played another game versus Elite and they won even that at the same way, just keeping my Layrod and pushing a lot of damage. Actually, this deck is won literally all the games until now. Okay guys, those were the game. As you can see, the deck is actually really crazy for the money. I went 4-0 and I felt like literally I dominated every of those 4 games. So I see a lot of potential in this deck. If you want actually even to improve it more, you can add essentially all the control pack that is kinda standard. So starting from Ortuk, that I think is the first card you should add, but then you can even add like Blade, Pyramid Warden, Demo, and so on. Obviously, kinda depends from your budget. If you're enjoying this budget series, drop a subscribe because it really helps me. Remember to enter in my Discord because I do a lot of giveaway there. And now go check this video about one of the funniest deck in Gods Unchained, Dragon Bomb, or maybe this other one instead.